If everything is destined by Allah, and if I commit any sin, then who is to blame? If I am destined to commit a murder, and then I commit a murder, but naturally I will not be responsible for it. It is Allah who has destined it. Therefore, He will be responsible. Then why should I be punished for this?
As far as the question of this qadr is concerned, it's a common question asked by Muslims as well as non-Muslim about the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it's difficult to understand. I'd like to give an example for people to know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ilm-ghaib, has knowledge of the unseen. He has knowledge of the future. I'd like to give an example that if in a classroom there is a teacher who teaches the students, after 1 year has passed, before the examination, the teacher predicts that this child, he will come first class first. This child, he will get a second class. This child, C, he will fail. And once the examination takes place, and when the results are out, student A gets the first class first, student B, he gets the second class, student C, he fails. Now the question I would like to ask is that just because the teacher predicted that the student C would fail, can the student C blame the teacher saying that because the teacher predicted that I will fail, I have failed? But naturally the answer is no. The teacher predicted the student A will get a first class first because he knew that the student was studious and he was intelligent. Student B, he was an average student. Student C, he used to play hooky, he used to bunk school. He never used to study, never used to do the homework. So based on that, the teacher predicted that student C would fail. But student C cannot blame the teacher because the teacher predicted I will fail, therefore I failed. The student himself is responsible. Similarly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ilm-ghaib. For example, when a human being comes at a crossroad, there are 5 roads from which he can choose. Road 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has the free will, he can choose any. He chooses road 3. And that's already mentioned in the destiny that he will choose road 3. It is not because Allah has mentioned he will choose road 3 that he has chosen road 3. It is because he will be choosing road 3, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala writes in advance because he has ilm-ghaib, like how the teacher predicts in advance. So Allah knows this person has a choice, he can choose any of the roads from the 5 roads available, but he chooses road 3. So Allah knows in advance he will be choosing road 3, therefore he mentions in the qadr, in the taqdיר, that he will be choosing road 3. Now once he goes to road 3, after some time he comes on another crossroad, 1, 2, 3, he chooses road 3. Now because he will be choosing road 3, Allah knows in advance, he has ilm-ghaib. So he's mentioned that after some time, he'll come at another crossroad, and this particular person will choose again road 3. It is not because Allah has mentioned in taqdיר that he will choose road 3, that is choosing road 3. It is because he has chosen road 3, Allah has written in advance. It's a bit confusing, but you realize that Allah has ilm-ghaib. Same way, a person, if he wants to earn his livelihood, he has both choices. Either he can strive hard, work hard, and do on his job and earn that money, or he can rob, or he can steal. The choice is this person prefers to steal. Now Allah knows in advance that at the age of 25, he has option of working hard and earning honest living, or stealing. But this person steals. So Allah knows in advance he will be stealing, therefore Allah has written the taqdיר he will steal. It is not because Allah has written that he has stolen, it is because he will be stealing, Allah has written in advance. So similarly, if a person commits murder, it's his choice. He can either not commit murder, or he can commit murder. Choice is his. And he commits murder. Who's to blame? He's to blame. So here we realize that Allah is ilm-ghaib. So that's the reason there's a saying in Urdu, there's a very good couplet by Allama Iqbal, which says, खुदी को कर इतना बुलंद कि हर तकदीर के पहले खुदा अपने बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रज़ा क्या है. Which means that make yourself so great that before Allah writes the destiny, He will ask you that what is your wish.